tough professional bull riding is, watch this back.
Chase Outlaw is a blur of controlled chaos exploding from the chute. He is just 8 seconds away from glory. Then, in a heart-stopping instant, the bull's horn connects. Is this the end of a rising star's career, or the beginning of the greatest comeback in professional bull riding history? Born and raised in the small town of Hamburg, Arkansas, Chase Outlaw seemed destined for rodeo life from the moment he could walk. As a young boy, barely 5 years old, he was already declaring with unwavering certainty that he was going to be a bull rider. That's Chase Outlaw for you, a true cowboy, born with grit in his veins and determination in his heart. At an age when most kids were playing video games, Chase was already honing his skills on low steers and calves. His father, a former rider himself, recognized the spark in his son's eyes and nurtured it. Every weekend, while other teenagers were hanging out at the mall, Chase was on the road chasing his dream from one small town rodeo to another. At the age of 20, Chase Outlaw made a wild entrance onto the professional bull riding circuit in 2012. He had an absolutely amazing first season. In the bull riding community, Chase's remarkable 55 rides out of 108 tries in his rookie year garnered attention and piqued curiosity due to his 51% success rate. But Chase wasn't satisfied with simply creating a splash. He was going to make waves. Over the months and years that followed, he routinely placed among the top 20 riders in the world, earning a reputation as one of the hardest and most talented cowboys in the industry. His ascension was fueled not only by innate skill, but by an unrivaled work ethic and near obsession with the sport. By 2017, Chase Outlaw had become a household name in the PBR. Fans loved him for his grit, his never-say-die attitude, and his authentic cowboy charm. Fellow riders respected him for his skill and sportsmanship, but nobody could have imagined the worst and the best was still to come. Injuries have tested Chase Outlaw's willpower, and his perseverance has been demonstrated by every victory and setback in his career. Chase was severely injured on a ride in September of 2013. He was stomped on hard, straight on the back of his leg by the bull Lucky You. His grimace said volumes about the extent of the damage, as did the misery imprinted on his face. But in keeping with his character, Chase refused to let this failure define him. In February of 2015, catastrophe struck once again. Witnesses watched in disbelief as Chase was struck severely in the shoulder. The free arm, which is essential to a bull rider's equilibrium and control, was injured. Although the PBR sports medicine staff responded quickly, the harm had already been done. Chase's road to rehabilitation would not be an easy one. With hip problems that had dogged him since he was 16, Chase had to make the difficult choice in 2021 to get surgery and miss the season. He made the sacrifice with a purpose in mind, aiming for the ultimate reward, a world title. Chase Outlaw's attitude has not wavered despite all that has happened to him, including several surgeries, shattered bones, and extended periods of rehabilitation. His recovery has been motivated by every setback and obstacle he has faced, including injuries. But perhaps the most defining moment of Chase's career came in July of 2018 at the Cheyenne Frontier Days event. July 23, 2018, Cheyenne Frontiers Days, a date and place forever etched in PBR history. Picture the scene. The arena buzzing with anticipation. The crowd on their feet as Chase Outlaw, riding without a helmet, prepares to take on War Cloud, a 2,000-pound beast known for its furiosity. The chute opens, and for 1.5 seconds, the world holds its breath. Then, in a horrifying instant, War Cloud's head collides with Chase's face. The impact is catastrophic. Chase, all 5'6" and 150 pounds of him, is thrown to the ground like a rag doll. Chase lies disoriented in the dirt, his face obviously caved in. He requires help to get on his feet as the medical team rushes in, their faces grim as they assess the damage. The verdict is devastating. 30 facial fractures. Almost every bone in Chase's face is shattered. Within 48 hours, Chase is undergoing a grueling 12-hour surgery. Dr. Jason Oero, the surgeon tasked with putting Humpty Dumpty back together again, later describes it as his most complex case he's ever seen. 68 screws, 11 plates, and 4 pieces of surgical mesh are needed to reconstruct Chase's face. Pictures of Chase after surgery are startling. His face is a tangle of stitches and bruises, unrecognizably swollen. With everyone in the rodeo industry holding their breath, They wonder whether this is the end for Chase Outlaw. There are those who believe that no one could recover from an injury this serious. But they don't know Chase Outlaw. As he lies in his hospital bed, his face a roadmap of trauma, is already thinking about his return. When asked about his future in bull riding, his response is simple and profound. I'll be back. Chase's rehabilitation is practically a miracle. He's asking the doctors when he can get back on the bull, only days after his surgery. It is astounding how determined he is. Chase takes a similar fervor to bull riding when it comes to his rehabilitation. He approaches physical therapy, facial exercises, and nerve pain management with solid focus. Chase pushes ahead in spite of the discomfort and the skeptics. It becomes evident what his motto is. This injury will not define me. It will refine me. Chase Outlaw, who suffered a severe injury 75 days ago, is prepared to pull off the seemingly unthinkable and resume his professional bull riding career. October 6, 2018, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The crowd goes wild as Chase Outlaw steps into the arena. It's just been 75 days since his face was shattered, and here he is, ready to face his fears and prove to the world that he is still Chase Outlaw. His first ride back is nothing short of spectacular. The crowd holds its breath as Chase mounts the bull, his reconstructed face hidden behind a protective helmet. The chute opens, and for 8 glorious seconds, Chase Outlaw is back where he belongs, on top of a raging bull. But Chase isn't content with just being back. He is here to dominate. In the week that follows, he puts together a string of performances that leave the bull riding world in awe. He goes 9 for 13 across all levels of competition, including a 7-ride streak that catapults him up the world rankings. From 76th in the world before his injury, Chase climbs an astonishing 43 spots in just a few short weeks. This is not just a comeback, it is a resurgence. Chase Outlaw isn't just back, he's better than ever. 2019 becomes the year of Chase Outlaw. It's as if his injury has unlocked a new level of skill and determination in him. Even seasoned spectators can't help but be amazed by the intensity and accuracy with which he is riding. Throughout the year, Chase racks up victory after victory. He wins 6 PBR Premier Series events. Each win a statement to the world that he's not just back, he's here to stay. His ride percentage soars, and he consistently puts up scores in the high 80s and 90s. However, Chase's consistency throughout the 2019 campaign may have been what was most impressive. He not only displayed moments of genius, but ride after ride, week in, week out, he delivered. Chase found himself embroiled in a fierce competition amongst 3 competitors for the World Championship as the season went on. Chase Outlaw pulled off the inconceivable by the year's end. A year before that, his career was in danger, yet exactly 365 days later, he was rated number 3 in the world. It's evidence of the strength of the human spirit and willpower. In interviews, Chase remains humble yet determined. He credits his faith, his family, and his love for the sport for his comeback. Every time I get on a bull, he says, I'm grateful. This sport has given me everything, and I aim to give it everything I've got in return. Chase Outlaw's journey from the brink of career-ending injury to top the PBR world is nothing short of extraordinary. His story reminds us that it's not about how hard you fall, but how high you bounce back. Chase Outlaw, the embodiment of the greatest comeback in PBR history.